Hey y'all, it's Miss Mac here. We are doing notes 13, which is multiplying matrices by a scalar. So a scalar is any number. It could also be a variable if you wanted it to be. But basically, all we're going to do when we multiply by a scalar is we're going to multiply each element by a scalar quantity of that thing. So each thing inside the matrix is going to get some attention from the scalar, which is outside, right? So that's called a scalar. And it's just like distribution. So I know all of you guys really love distributing, and we're going to do that today. So when we do this, we're going to say, okay, like I'm taking that 3 and I'm putting it on the 1. So as always, I'm going to draw my matrix. So 3 times 1 is 3, goes in the same place. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. 3 times 0 would be 0. 3 times 4 would be 12. 3 times 11 would be 33. 3 times negative 4, negative 12. 3 times negative 5, negative 15. 3 times x, 3x. So nothing super crazy, just rocking and rolling with those problems there. So the same thing, if you want to pause your video and try letter D on your own, that might be awesome. But if you are just sticking around with me, we've got 6 times negative 2. So negative 12. 6 times 3 would be 18. 6 times 4 would be 24. 6 times 8 would be 48. So we can see that they end up being the same size. This was a 3 by 3 and it ended up being a 3 by 3. This was a 2 by 2, ended up being a 2 by 2. All right. So when we keep going, I see two separate things here in letter E. So I see that there's a scalar that goes into this one, and then I see this scalar would go into that one. So my order of operations, I know that that's multiplying, right? And then I see that the relationship between them here is subtraction, right? So I'm going to actually make sure that I know that I'm either adding or subtracting these, right? If I multiply the negative 2 into here, right, then I'm going to be adding them because I already used the negative. If I just was to take the 2 and multiply it in, then I would be subtracting. But I don't really like subtracting. That's an extra step for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do the green step. And I know that at the end, I'm going to be adding these two things together. And we'll be adding them. So I made enough room for a 2 by 2 here and a 2 by 3 here. So I could say, okay, 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 16 is 48. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Negative 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times 3, negative 3 is 6. Negative 2 times negative 4 is 8. Negative 2 times negative 5 is 10. Right? And when I go to add them, I'm going to add straight across. So I'm going to say, okay, 6 plus negative 2. All right. I've got negative, nope, just kidding. 6 plus negative 2 is 4. 6 times, let's see, negative 3 plus negative 8. I have to remember my addition rules from my last video. Negative 3 plus negative 8 would be negative 11. And then this dude's just chilling there, right? And I realize, oh, shoot, I have a problem. They're not the same size. So since they're not the same size, I could call this undefined. If I had been working smarter and not harder, I would have recognized right here, way back here. Let's go ahead and erase all my work. Way, way, way back here. When I saw this first step here, I could have gone straight from here to here because I could have remembered that a 2 by 2 can never be added or subtracted to a 2 by 3. Remember, with addition and subtraction, they have to be the same exact size, and they're not. So I know that my answer is going to be undefined. It's not a problem that we did it the long way because eventually we got to the same exact place. It just took us a little bit longer. So remembering your rules for undefined will help you to save some time. So let's check letter F. In letter F, I see a 3 by 2. Remember, I count down first, 3 by 2. And I also see a 3 by 2. So I know that I'm going to be good to add and subtract, so I'm going to start my multiplication here. So I have negative 4 times 1 would give me negative 4. Negative 4 times 0 is 0. Negative 4 times 3, negative 12. I'm going to fast forward here. 8, negative 16, and negative 32. I'm going to trust that you guys can type those in your calculator if you're really struggling. I'm going to deal with the whole negative 2 here. So I'm going to have a plus sign. I'm going to draw my matrix here. 2 times negative 4, negative 8, negative 16, positive 4, positive 8, negative 2, and 0. And from there, I'm going to remember my addition skills here. So negative 4 and negative 8 make negative 12. 0 and negative 16 make negative 16. Negative 12 and 4 make negative 8. 16, negative 18, and negative 32. I can see that I started with 3 by 2s, and I also ended with one, so I know that I have a correct answer here. I'm ready to move on. Good job, guys. See you guys soon. Adios.